few minutes ago I tried going live and it did not work out. The service was terrible, which is weird because normally I have plenty of service out here to do a live because we have Wi-Fi out here. So I don't know. That's new. Hopefully it's oh. Now I'm just going to kind of recap. So what I got rolling through the shop this week, again, normally I watch, normally I'll record like a Monday what's going through the shop. I think I want to try and test them out at doing lives. That way you guys can engage a little more. And then if you have questions on some of the stuff I do and how I do it, I can answer you in real time. Because it's getting hard for me to go back and respond to every comment. I'm just, work's busy and yeah, it's difficult. So this week I have a flatbed rolling through the shop. I have a flatbed rolling through the shop next week too. So I'm actually, I'm kind of doubling up. I have one all the way cut out and I have the other one about halfway cut out. I will probably, once everything's cut out, then I will just go to welding the one all the way out and carry that one like full all the way until it's done. And then next week I'll just have one. I'll have, about a half day jump on the day. They're two of my standard flatbeds. One's a 9-foot bed, one's a 7-foot bed. So we have that going on. And then let me think, what else is going on? And then these are maybe the last two, and then I'll start probably switching over for the newer, kind of like my newer body style I'm gonna do. And then same thing, smokers. We probably have all the smokers that we're gonna do this year done. Maybe we'll get an order for one more. Again, that's okay because I am excited now. Our new smoker and start marketing that one. So anyway, so what's rolling through the shop this week? We're doing the fled, and then the goal is tomorrow I'll get it all the way welded out. It probably take me about 12 hours between the start of my day and the end of my day, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I will probably be flipping a house, and then I'll just come and work on this flatbed. So once it's welded out, I can prep it and paint it, and then build a wiring harness for it one evening, and then it will be ready to install. So goal is beginning next week, this one's ready to install, and I can be building the next one. So yeah, let me think. What else do we got, guys? If you're watching, tell me where you're watching from. It's a good way. Just say hey, and wherever you're watching from. If you got any questions, just comment section, and I'll do my best to answer you. If you're popping over from the other live I just tried, this one seems to be going way better as far as things are going on my end. So yeah. So yeah, what else is going on? So we're gonna be flipping a house. The reason I'm doing these 2 days on the flatbed is we're working on the exterior of a house. We got maybe a day, maybe two, but probably a day, and the outside will be finished, and then we'll move inside. And the inside, really most of the drywall is done. So we'll be coming in. We'll probably have a day of finishing drywall and cleaning up, and then we'll have a day of prepping, and then we'll start spraying. So we'll probably be spraying that house in primer, assuming we get all the drywall done and all that stuff. And then next week, we can probably spray all the trim. I think the kitchen will probably be done. And then, yeah, and then it's just paint it, put in floor, and then from there, probably put the new appliances in, and that one will be ready for for the sale. So probably a month I would say, and it will be done. Oh, excuse me. A month and that one will be done. And then as far as this month goes, this week we have a flatbed. Next week we have a flatbed. We have a snow pusher that will get done probably in the next couple weeks. We have a truck. Actually, it's a Tahoe out there we got to do some work on. And that will probably lead us in to the end of the month. Because we want to get that house ready to go on the market. And then, yeah, and then everything, you know, 2 flatbeds. And, yeah. Yeah, send me a sticker. I'll put it up on the tool cabinet. I've got quite a few of them now. I don't know. I mean, half a dozen. So I used to do it on my old toolbox, and I had like the whole side filled, and then I got a bigger toolbox and this tool cabinet. So it was like, oh, kind of. I still have it. It's just not in the shop anymore. It's in our shed. But yeah. So yeah, I think that's what's going on here. And then next month, if welding works light, I'll probably either build a flatbed that's going to be the new style, or I'll build. Actually, I take that back. Good, Jack. Glad you're back. Yeah, I don't know. I might not actually do a flatbed. I might start on a. Smoker. That might be better, because really our flatbeds, I don't think we're changing actually all that much. I think the only changes that are different are our headache racks are going to be different. The lighting's going to be just a little bit different, and I think the rear clip's going to stay the same. Rub rails, state pockets are going to do the same. What else was going to change? Oh, and then when people order hitches, instead of doing a trap door, I'm going to do a turnover ball. But other than that, I think that's really all that's going to be different. So, and that's not that much. So, what I might do is, because I can build the headache racks ahead of time, because every flatbed I build the same headache rack for. Even the dualies, they all wrap around the same size cab. So what I might do is I might just prefab a headache rack, and then I can put it up there and just take sample pictures. And if the guy or girl who is buying the bed doesn't want that headache rack, they want the old style, we'll just do that. But I don't think anyone's really gonna go for that. I think the new style is gonna look way better, and hopefully it's a little faster to build. The ones I build now aren't slow, but like I can usually get the whole headache rack built in about 3 hours from cut to on. But I don't know. I'm ready for something faster. I'm hoping these ones are like 2 hours. So, and I think they'll look better, and they'll have. I think the lighting will be better, and yeah, all that stuff. The flatbed I'm building next week, it's going on a plow truck. Very common for this time of year, and I do get a little bit more custom lighting and stuff. So that's one thing too. And then next month, if the welding works a little light, you guys can. Those of you who don't maybe follow along all the time. Yeah, beds are doing good. Are you doing your own beds, or are you doing? Because we had talked about. Were you doing Is it Double Diamond? Are you doing their beds? That's a question. But yeah. For anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm like third way done with hanging the drywall in the shop. So next month it'd be nice to finish that, because then I can put 12 inches of insulation, blown insulation in the top, and it will be good. And then I have a heater to hang back up. So yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good to get that done, and then it will just it will look better in here. And yeah, yeah, it will look better in here. It will be better insulated, way better insulated. Won't be so drafty because I get so much draft coming in from the soffit because there's just nothing there. And then, yeah, and then, you know, heat and all that stuff this winter will be more better. I've got to add a plate on the bottom of my door because I've got like an 1.5 inch gap. So I got to do something with that. And then, yeah, it will be pretty sealed up. As well as a welding shop really can be sealed up. I have if you can kind of see, that fan, yeah, that fan in that window does a really good job as far as keeping like exhaust fumes out of here. But that being said, I almost always have it open and the fan going because I'm always welding or something. So with that being said, you know, it will really only stay so warm in here because, you know, I'll have heat coming in, but then I'll have it just getting sucked right out. So, but it's nice not to have the drafts. It's nice. That's the nice part. But yeah, and then, you know, someday this garage can be something else, and I'll move into another building. Is everyone getting ready for Christmas? I feel like Christmas always starts, at least in like the retail world, I feel like it really starts after Halloween. I feel like it really starts like end of August. I feel like is when a lot of people start thinking about Christmas, but I feel like a lot of people are like now full gear because you don't really, outside of the food, you don't really buy anything for like Thanksgiving. Whereas like you buy your costumes and then you buy, you know, like Easter baskets and all that stuff. But I like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving it's one of my favorites. I don't have to worry about getting anyone a gift. All we have to worry about is cooking good food. Yeah, I like that. I like that way better. That's another reason. I'm glad we're talking this out. That's another reason it would be good to build a smoker, is because then, one thing, like, I'd like to smoke meat myself, but I pretty much build them whenever I have time to build them. And I think I could actually sell a lot more of them with having videos of me running them. So, yeah, I think I'd be more excited to build a smoker, and then I can, you know, smoke with it for the holidays and all next winter, and then people will be, you know, it's just kind of like advertising, really. And I think our designs are going to be good. So I think I did 12 last. Am I back now? Okay, maybe I'm back now. My Wi-Fi keeps saying it's cutting in and out, so I don't know how bad the quality is on your guys' end. Abraham, I don't know. You're in a much more densely populated area. I mean, I know guys are using trucks all the time. I think the best thing you should do, maybe we should do one or two ways, because I've been spitballing this with a couple of guys, is I like building them. I don't necessarily really much care for installing them. Yeah, so maybe what we should do is maybe I should figure out how to try to advertise over by you, and then if it works out and I sell them, maybe I just send them over to you to install them. It's something like that. I'm just spitballing here, but it's an idea. Because I've done, I mean, you're in like the Detroit area, right? I mean, I think you're a little north, but I've done 3 flatbeds for guys in Detroit. And I mean, it's over a 3-hour drive one way, and they drive their truck over, drop it off, and then come back and pick it up a week later. So they have like 12 hours worth of drive in that time frame. So if that's something you're interested in, contact me, and yeah, we'll see if we can't do something like that. Because again, I think, you know, if we move to 10, and you know, you got a few $100 to just install them. I mean, seems hard to beat. Okay, but I mean, still, think about it. It's an option. I mean, and then you don't even have to like buy the materials and build them. It's just you just have to install them. So my installs go pretty easy. I can usually get one done in 4 hours, um, unless something comes up like the wire short or anything like that. Sometimes I run into trouble with people's wiring harnesses, but oh, that's the other thing actually that's going to change on my next year's flatbed is I'm not actually going to offer like the mini skirting anymore because different trucks have different wheelbases, so you have to know each wheelbase to build each truck. I'm just going to do the normal one and like the normal 3-inch or 4-inch trim piece, and then I'm not going to worry about I'll still offer it if someone wants to order it, but that way I can come home and I could build, a 7-footer and a 9-footer, and at my leisure when I have time, and then the 7-footer goes on any short bed. I don't have to worry about wheelbases because I probably lost 10 beds sales this year. I mean, realistic bed sales this year. Because I was so far out, and it's a custom one every time. So, but yeah, I mean, how populated are you? I'll have to get on the phone with you sometime and figure it out. I mean, I know you're doing pretty good. No, I'm not super similar. I'll send you some like really in-depth pictures when I build my new ones. I could do it on these ones, but it's gonna change in a month, so what's the point? Like CM beds, I think they use like a lot of like formed cross members and everything. All of mine are straight C channel, and so they're a little heavier. I think. See, and I get confused on their website because I think they say they have cross members 16 on center, but then some of them I've worked on don't. They have them in the front, and then they don't have any cross members right over the wheelbase, but then they have them, right over the wheels, but then they have them in the back again. So I get a little confused on exactly maybe what they advertise and all that stuff, but yeah, it's an idea. Just I don't know how desperate you guys are for work. Is it just you, or have you got more employees now? But it's just one of them things, like, if you just wanted some filler, like, I'm willing to help you out. Because I have one guy in Lansing, he's talking about ordering 5. He's a farmer. He's in the Lansing area. I know it's not Lansing, but and that's what they do is they'll redo like half a dozen trucks a year, and he puts flatbeds on them. So he's talking about ordering 5. Which, if that comes in next month, yeah, I don't know, weird. What else is going on? Snow pushers. So yeah, I'll probably have a snow pusher done next week, and then those will advertise. Just maybe we'll have to talk about yeah, yeah, that'd be good. Just you, yeah, yeah. How's your workflow? Is it good, or are you like? I mean, is it good? Are you like managing it by yourself? Are you happy by yourself, or do you want to hire somebody? Because I was at that point like all year. It was like a lot for me to do by myself, but I was really worried about bringing on someone and then not having enough to keep us both busy. Like, I could labor for 60 hours a week, but I was like, I don't really want to hire like a full-time guy and then only have like 30 hours a week for him to do something. Because like I do too many things that one person's not going to walk in and be able to do what I do how I want it done. Let's put it that way. They could probably come in and walk in and do it their own way, but not how I want it done. But yeah, so now I have like 2 part-time laborers, and which they do more of the construction stuff, but now I'm a little more hands-off on the construction stuff. So I can focus more on the laboring of the welding, which is good. But yeah, man. And then when did you start? Because I started in 2019, and I can't remember if you were before or after that. But yeah, ooh, we got 5 people watching now. Did anyone watch my live last week with my nephew? He was up from Florida. I think we did. We did about an hour. It was fun. It was fun. We had. Yeah. Okay. So you started a little bit after me, because I started end of 19. Actually, around this time of year, 19. When I was doing just welding repair and not really like even my custom fabricating, I'd say when I was just doing that, I would really slow down from about this time, about November 1st, and then about February it would pick up. The only thing that would keep me alive for like the first year was my heavy equipment guys. And a lot of the times it was me calling them and seeing if they had anything they needed me to do now, because they started slowing down. So where the flatbeds really came in handy was when I get into this slow time right now, everyone's starting to finalize their taxes for the year, and they're looking like, okay, does it make sense to have an additional write-off? If it does, that's where like buying a flatbed makes sense, and like all of that kind of stuff. Um, so yeah. So something like that, maybe flatbeds maybe you just don't have a market for your flatbeds, but maybe skid steer attachments or anything like that. Do you have a plasma table? Again, if you don't, I thought you did, but if you don't, I can always cut stuff for you if you've got like things in mind to build. But it is nice, especially that I could just like it's great filler time. It's great filler time. I think I know I'm north of 40 beds this year. I'm not sure. I'm somewhere between 40 and 45 beds. Oh, yeah. I remember talking about that now. It's all coming back to me. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I did the same thing. It was like construction side, but uh, that's right. That's right. They do it. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. It's coming back to me. But yeah, I mean, that's what kept me afloat was um, when the first year I really felt like we boomed and we were anywhere near profitable was my heavy equipment guys would keep me busy, keep me afloat, I should say, during the slow time. But then I started outsourcing ourselves with construction instead of just doing like our own stuff. And then that was, I think, like the first year that was, just in the span of a few months, it was like an extra 30K. And then that, gross, but then that gave us more breathing room to like, okay, we could take that money and like, well, I think there's a market for flatbeds, let's try that, or smokers, or let's try that, like all that kind of stuff. So, and then, yeah, it all kind of just kind of goes together. But yeah. Man, what else is a good topic? Want to get the shop finished. Ordered an American flag so we can have a better background than my dirty shop. We can have an American flag in the background. I feel like every shop should have an American flag hanging on it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me as a patriot, but I like that. I like that. Good. Oh, for those of you who've been watching, and I had some trouble with my plasma cutter lately. I figured it out, and boy, oh boy, did I feel dumb. I was having these weird issues where my plasma cutter would just shut on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off. And then sometimes it would cut, but it would cut really poorly. Sometimes it would cut really, really good. Sometimes it would cut, and sometimes it wouldn't cut at all. Sometimes I couldn't get an arc. Yeah, we'll get on the phone and we'll come up with some stuff. As I like to say, high tides, raise all ships. So I've never really worried about. I mean, I work pretty close with guys in my area who do the exact same thing I do, and yeah, like I had one guy give me it was a 2 week job and it was $28,000 because he didn't have the time, and he was like, "You're the only other one I know, I even chat with on like a somewhat regular basis. So if you want it, it's yours." And I was like, "Yeah." Now, I mean, and he just gave it to me. He didn't ask for anything about it. Now, when it came to rework, I didn't really press that I wanted them to rework with me because I didn't really want to burn that bridge with him, and I couldn't really take the time because it was a headache to get the job done, and and it was a lot of travel. For us, it wasn't bad because it was actually within 30-minute drive, but they had other ones that were like 6 hours away. So, anyways, to go back on my plasma taper, so I was having all these trouble with it, cutting on and off, cutting good, cutting bad, not cutting at all. And I started reading up on the forums and all that stuff, all the rabbit holes that you never really want to go down, and it's everything from you put it together wrong to the table's just manufactured like crap to um, electromagnetic interference, like all these things. And I was just like 2 nights like, crap, man, this is gonna suck. And all it was like a $30 swirl ring. That's all it was. And what it was is, so it's the casing that your consumables go in. So when the torch ignites your consumables, your consumables have to spin inside of it. It's not that they really spin, but they move. And mine had a little burr in it, so it wouldn't allow my consumables to move. So sometimes when the torch would fire, it would kind of go like halfway, and I would get like on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Sometimes it would go all the way and it would cut great, and sometimes it wouldn't go all the way, and then I couldn't get it to cut. And how I found it out was one of my friends, the guy I sold my little table to, like I asked him because I was gonna buy a whole new torch because I had like went through everything outside of the torch, and I was like, you know, here's the thing: it's a $200 for the whole new torch assembly, but then there's 4 parts that are anywhere from $5 to $40 a piece. No, excuse me, 5 parts that are anywhere from um, $5 to $40 a piece. So my thought was, okay, I could buy all of these parts, or I could just buy a brand new torch. And then I thought, well, maybe let me see if I can borrow his torch and just start swapping those parts out. And couldn't get it to work until the 4th part in was the swirl ring, and yeah, and then it cut like a dream. So ordered a new one. It was like $30. Got here in a couple days. Actually, it was funny. It was so windy, and the thing weighs like maybe 4 ounces. Super windy day. Glad I caught it. The FedEx guy just dropped it on my front porch, and super windy day. When I pulled in, it was blowing because it's like a 4 ounce thing, but it's in a package like this big. So that package just caught air and was just blowing into the woods and down the street. And I was like, oh man, hope that's not anything important. And then I like ran down there and got it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is like, I've been waiting on this. So glad we got that. That's my fun story for the week. Wish he could have. We have 2 porches. We have a front porch and we have a back porch. The front porch is all open. The back porch it's not enclosed, but it's covered. And wind, it doesn't really move things around. For whatever reason, I don't know why he thought I'd just take this like 4 ounce package and throw it on the front porch during like a super windy day. When 9 times out of 10 they put them on the back porch. So that doesn't make any sense, but whatever. I caught it. Had I arrived home 10 minutes later, I would have never even known it was here. So, but anyway, so I'll buy a few of those and stock them. And then what else? Oh yeah. Oh man, I gotta get better at this. You guys don't go no place. Oh. Don't forget, we're doing a giveaway. We are just over a month by like a few days. We're gonna give away a Hercules corded bandsaw along with, I'll probably do 5 blades, maybe 10, but at least 5 blades. Gosh, I can't remember what gaps he has. I'm gonna say 5 blades for now, but it might be 10 because I might send you with different blades. Yeah, it's not going to be this one. It's going to be brand new. Ship anywhere to the lower 48 for free. If you're in the, the other 2 states or in a different country, I'll try to work with you on getting it to you. But, yeah, so you're going to get the corded bandsaw and you're going to get some Anson's Welding merch. And I will... There's a video, and it says, if you go back on my page, it's how to win a Hercules corded bandsaw. There's only 2 things you have to do. There's a keyword. Jack, good. I'm glad you're entered. I think your odds are really good right now, Jack, because I think there's like less than 50 people entered. So that's a pretty, it's close to a $250 value, so... and there's only 2 things you got to do. You got to put the keyword on the video to be entered, and you have to be subscribed. That's pretty easy. You could probably have that done in about 2 minutes. Maybe 5. We'll say 5 minutes. It'd take me 10, but yeah. And I'm going to try to push it. I'd like to get, maybe 100 people entered. But, we're not even at 50 yet. I don't even know if we're at 40 yet. And you can only enter once. So don't even bother with putting the keyword in the comments like 10 times. I had one guy that did that every day. He was commenting. And I finally sent him a thing. And I was like, hey, man, you only get one. So, but yeah. So just kind of a cool thing. I'm calling it our Christmas giveaway. Next year we'll probably do another one, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I like the ideas of the giveaways. Maybe we'll do more throughout the year. I'd say we could do like a giveaway for Christmas and then a giveaway on my birthday, but my birthday's December 7th, so there's 2 really close to each other, and then say we could do one on like the anniversary of me starting striking out on my own as my own business guy, owner, contractor, welder, whatever you really want to call me. But again, that's in like November, so that doesn't really make sense either. Hey, how you doing? What is that? Unfinished projects. 4th of July giveaway. That's a good idea. I like that. Because that's because I was going to say it could be my wife's anniversary, which is in June, or my son's birthday, which is in June, but the 4th of July giveaway, that's a good idea. What should we give away? Abraham? Yeah, 4th of July. I like that. That's a good idea. And then, yeah, because then we could, maybe around like February, March, we could figure out what we're going to give away and put it out there. That's a good idea. I like it. And I try to keep, so like the revenue I get off of YouTube, like, it's not much. Like it would, we probably have like the budget for like $200-300 giveaways, but the more people who subscribe and follow and watch, the budget could raise. I'd love to get to the point where we could give welders away. I used to follow a guy, I can't remember what his name was, and his weren't really fireball squares. Do you have any of those? Do you like them? Because I have been looking at them for a while now, thinking about it. Because I've thought about doing uh, like my own fixture tables. So let me finish this thought and then we'll get on that. But I used to follow a guy. I can't remember. He'd call them giveaways, but really it was like a sweepstakes. For like every dollar you spend in his merch store, you would get entered to win. Whatever it was, and it got to the point where he was giving away a truck like every 2 months or something. Not like a brand new truck, like a used truck, but I always kind of thought, man, how cool would it be to like get an old Cummins or something and then do something like that, and then we could build like a welding bed on it and put a welder on it and give away a fully decked out welding rig. Yeah, see, I've been looking at those things for years thinking that would be a good idea, and I haven't bought one yet, but man, it might be a good idea. I wonder, can you get like custom ones for like different angles, or are they all just 90 degrees? Cuz like I don't know, it's hard cuz um like if I have something that I have to hold it at a certain angle, I'll cut the angle out on the plasma table, and then I'll tack it to that, and then I'll hold the third piece up. So it kind of works, but I know them Fireball tools are a lot more accurate. So, but yeah, I thought because when I first started like trying to design more or less my own products. Smokers was something I always wanted to do because I like barbecue. Um, and then the flatbeds and skid steer attachments I thought were the best for the market. Magic squares, adjustable angles. Okay, sweet. They have something. But the other thing I always thought would be kind of a fun one to get into was like fixture tables or you know metal shop organizers, things like that. So I have thought about doing fixture tables, and then you know seeing how it worked, seeing if there was a market for it. Because the other thing in the spring, so I have two laborers for like all my construction stuff, and then I don't have anyone on the welding side, but in the spring, I'm hiring. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been on Etsy. Is it pretty bad with all the organizers and stuff? I can't imagine there's a lot of fixture tables on there, but I could believe that the organizers are. What I would do is I would go to like shows, like trade shows and swap meets and all that stuff, and I would kind of just see like what's here and what's not. And then the other thing, like for the flatbeds, um, the closest flatbed dealer to us is over an hour away, so that might be why it's harder for you in your market because people might be able to just go get one. But yeah. Anyways, I lost my train of thought just that quick. But yeah, I'm gonna start wrapping it up so I can go put the kiddo to bed. Don't forget Hercules corded bandsaw giveaway. December 7th is when I'm going to draw it, so hopefully you can get it before Christmas. Go back and find the how to win a free bandsaw giveaway video. There's a keyword in there you have to enter into the comment section, and you have to be subscribed to the channel. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you're watching this, you are subscribed, and you like the channel, tell somebody to subscribe to it. I'm in a competition with one of my friends right now. I have carried a lead all year, but he is closing it. So it's the most subscribers at the end of the year gets a free dinner. And I think I've been carrying like a 65 subscriber lead-ish all year. I think he got as close to like 20, 30 subscribers from me at one point. And right now I'm just shy of like 40 subscriber lead on him. So Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the live. Let me know in the comments if you like the live and if you want to do it. Maybe we'll plan to do a live every Monday at like 6 o'clock. Okay? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you on the next one.